Everybody, it's Australia. Last episode, we finally completed every area that isn't the Wistful Wild. Well, let's go. First off, what you want to do is get 100 purple Pikmin. Make sure you also have an ultra spicy spray, too. Now, the Awakening Wood and Perplexing Pool were all based on maps from Pikmin 1, so this is the final trial. But it's also the impact site combined. Isn't that so cool? Anyway, there's some enemies here. We're gonna kill them. There's a rock there. Oh look, the cave fog is coming from there. Let's get our Pikmin flowerized. Rocks just act as nectar. I don't think we've actually ever damaged a rock before. Okay, now we're gonna use ultra spicy. You see this? Let's see how many Pikmin do you think this takes to carry? 10, 100, maybe 500. 1,000 means you have to have 100 purple Pikmin. And you know how hard these are to get. That's why I spent a whole day grinding in the Valley of Repose. This treasure takes a quarter of a day to get to the ship. So, I'll talk over it in voiceover. I guess I'll just give facts about Pikmin. So there's a famous urban legend that Shigeru Miyamoto, the game's maker, got inspired to make the game after looking at ants in his garden. Unfortunately, this isn't true. What really happened is that for the GameCube, they made a tech demo showing there could be a lot of people on the screen at once. 128, it was called Super Mario 128, and all it was is 128 Marios interacting with the floor. Unfortunately, they, instead of making Super Mario 128, they make less cool stuff like Super Mario Sunshine and Mario Kart Double Dash. Being sarcastic there. And, but they still have the Super Mario 128 idea lying around somewhere, so what do? Well, they turn it into Pikmin. But it wasn't just that. Originally, Pikmin was supposed to be a game where where it was actually called Adam and Eve, and it was just like Adam and Eve. You would build you would make them have babies, and you would make them do actions. So depending on your actions, it was basically like Civilization 6. Yeah, but Nintendo edition. But that wouldn't work out because I don't know, maybe it was just too boring or something. So, but then there was a huge problem. It was going well. Unfortunately, we needed a cursor. Now, other games, like Civilization 6, already had a cursor. It's called your computer mouse. But Pikmin, on the GameCube does not have a mouse. So what they did is they made Olimar they made Olimar in order to make the, the cursor, yeah. They made Olimar in order to fill the role of a cursor. And after that, they realized, oh wait, this cursor guy should play a bigger part. So they named him, and they made the cursor have a story, and he was trap landed there. They gave him like what he looks like, and gave him a personality, and then he, instead of making them like Adam and Eve, now he was the main characters, and then he would make the Pikmin have babies, and they would work for him because he crash landed. Yay! Pikmin!
Oh, finally!
3,000 Pokos! The Doomsday Apparatus! Now we're gonna get all these purples and put them back. We're gonna get our actual squad for the day. Okay, what I got is 25 reds, 20 yellows, 25 blues, 15 whites, and 15 purples. Flowerize them, maybe? There. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. Die! Oh, Lamar's all the way there. Ooh, I did the glitch! The quick way! Yay! Anyway, well, I don't think there's anything else left to do except... Wait, from all appearances, this is a particularly frightening crevice. The data is horrifying. Courage is one thing, but recklessness is something else. Perhaps we should turn back? No, ship. I mean, we came this far, all the way to the Wistful Wilds. We've repaid a debt, and there's probably a bunch of treasures on here. And I'm definitely not Googling how to beat this cave, because I do not know. Yep. Ignore this. Ignore this. Yep. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely okay. Well, if you still wish to enter, keep your daring in check and just focus on surviving. Okay. Okay, let's go in. Cavern of Chaos. Cavern of Chaos, sub-level 1. Oh, look, electricity. Electric hazards. Really? Fiery blowhole. Oh no, I shouldn't use purples. I should use probably reds. There's bomb rocks everywhere. Not to mention fire hazards. Oh, but electricity. Maybe I should get Olimar here. Dismiss. And Touch-All here to go here, and a whistle. Dismiss. Ignore. Explode. Yes, we killed the fiery blowhole. Now we want the creating the rich bugs to kill the watery blowholes. Yay! Ooh. It turned off that and killed that. There's no more electric hazards. So I think there's just one more thing to do. Get red Pikmin and attack! Yay, he died. Thankfully, those things don't come back to life. It's just creating the reading bugs. They just seem like an enemy that would come back to life. Their design just makes it seem that way. So annoying that if they're in the air, they're immune to the bomb rock. Die! Yay! I mean, their death animation is so overdramatic. Also, I used to think that they were using balloons to propel themselves, but that doesn't make any sense. I think there are some sacks. they use to propel themselves, even though wings would make much more sense. But okay, I'm not judging them. 7, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I knew a bomb rock just appeared there, but it's not gonna damage. And look, we can carry all that, and then you. Okay, just carry this, and you guys can carry the treasures. There. There seems to be a treasure there. Now we'll just wait for them to return. Enamel Buster. Sphere. Ah, not the essence of, or the crystallized, or whatever. Get in the hole! Remember Subterranean Complex? How there was, you know, the man at legs on the floor? Remember this design? Ugh, the man at legs. I don't know if this is better or worse. I honestly think this one is worse. What we have is swooping stitch bugs. Yeah, that's it. It's just swooping stitch bugs. Please ignore the fiery ball blacks there. And oh my gosh, don't throw me in the pit. Oh, thanks God. Oh right, we have the pluckaphone. Nobody likes you. Oh. Spray. We're not using ultra bitter spray because I am cool and epic. Wait, what? Are we doing it? We did it! Okay, I don't want to fight that one properly, so... Good thing fiery ball blasts don't come back to life. You might think, well, they don't come back to life because they're above ground. Yeah, about that. There is a creature that comes back to life that also appears above ground in this game. Oh. No! No! Oh. Okay, all of them have treasures. So what you do is, what? Stop it. But when they are when Pikmin are shaken off, do they just do they lose their ultra bitter spray or ultra spicy spray? That's not in Pikmin 3. Do they actually do that? Wait, what? Makes no sense. I mean, the change isn't permanent like in Pikmin 3. That's right, in Pikmin 3, your Pikmin can never be deflowered unless they die. But then they're more dead than deflowered. The Frosty Bible. The Frosty Bible. Bible Christmas edition. The Frosty Bible's wife. The Gemstar wife. Actually, I predicted that. Wait, no, the Gemstar husband is the Gemstar. I think they have a long-distance relationship. So sad. We got the Gemstar husband, like, way earlier in the game. They've been separated. How tragic. But love knows no bounds. Looks like the Libra. Essence of Despair. Yeah, basically being a Libra is being an essence of despair. I mean, I'm not a Libra, so I don't know. Also, how could there be Libras in Hocotate? Like, constellations are based on the planet's position, and Hocotate isn't Earth, so you wouldn't be able to see Libra. What makes no sense. Game. The only solution is that these are humans, because they would know what the Libra is. But the Libra doesn't exist. So, it makes no sense. Oh wow, look, the creeping chrysanthemum. Now before we do it, I'm not gonna end the episode, but I remembered, like, when I was younger, I was watching a Let's Play Pikmin 2, and there was this person who named all... You know what, I'm gonna just commentate the history of Steve. So, or at least how I found out about Steve. So, I'll do the cave and then I'll commentate, because this sublevel is quite boring. Okay, so surprisingly, I did not find about Trooper Steve from, you know, Chugga Conroy. What I actually did found is, like, a few weeks ago when I was recording this, I did this, like, huge research in my search history, and this is how I found about Steve. So, on that day, I was just watching boring stuff, like, I don't know, Steve videos, and then I watched some, like, Odyssey Central videos, some boring, unrelated videos. But then, I watched a Pikmin plush video, and I thought this was the thing I watched, because, like, a few searches later was Steve, but I don't think it was. So, because A, there's no Pikmin plush character in the Yellow Pikmin series that is actually Steve, I think. And second off, that's a stupid way, because it was a couple searches off. Like, it was a couple searches off, so that would be like, right, learned about Steve, decided not to search it up, and then I watched some other junk, and I'm like, oh wait, yeah, there's Steve. And yeah, by the way, this wasn't like when I was 7 years old, no, nothing like that. It was like much more recent. Well, not recent, but yeah. Anyway, so how I actually found about Steve is I was watching someone read the Pikmin Reddit, which, yes, yeah, I know is a horrible place, but I got my own Reddit, so I can also see the hard stuff that is there. Yep, the Pikmin Reddit is horrible. At least they're not doing anything about Whiptongue Bulwarps anymore. Anyway, I'll stop it with that. We just had a Pikmin die. I'm sorry to interrupt my commentary on Steve, but we just had a Pikmin die. What do I say? We just had a Pikmin die. We just had a Pikmin die. In one of the posts had Steve in it, or at least the person reading the Reddit post insta-kill hazard. Now, when I first watched the video, I didn't think white Pikmin died from electricity. But then I rewatched the videos. From a rolling stone. We rewatched amazing videos like Critical videos. And we also rewatch Australia videos, right? Okay. I guess yeah, I was rewatching it, and then Steve, which you mentioned about 8 minutes in the video, was just popped back to my mind, and like, yeah, what is this Steve? So I searched up Steve Pikmin, and then I found a Know Your Meme page, and that is the history I found about Trooper Steve. But Trooper Steve didn't just end there. A few months later, in Japanese class, well actually, I decided to bring 10 paper cutouts of red Pikmin to school one day. I was just bored, and I hid them in, like, the classes, and 9 out of 10 no one cared about. But one of them, okay, 2 or 3, but some of them ended in the Japanese room. And the Japanese teacher really liked it. So, like, for the rest of the Japanese term, we would spend, like, the first 10 minutes, instead of learning Japanese, we would just spend it looking for Steve, and the person who found Steve was Nori. And there were these two girls, and they would always find Trooper Steve, so I practically got these two girls, like, 20 free pieces of Nori. Yeah, look how nice I am. And that means Trooper Steve is now long affecting people who have never played Pikmin ever before. There's gonna be a bunch of people who, when they ever see a Pikmin, they're only gonna think of Trooper Steve, and not from Chugga Conroy, but from me. Amazing, isn't that? Potato! Oh, of course, I was just fighting the creeping chrysanthemum. Child of the earth. It is the child of the earth, if you're French. Well, killing purple Pikmin all day. Stop carrying that. We'll carry it at the end. There's no more creeping chrysanthemum. I think I gave myself enough time to talk about my commentary of Steve the Trooper. Infernal vegetable. Oh yes, capsicum. Yes, here we say capsicum. As even though Americans say pepper. Like when I hear pepper, I think of not the condiment. Pepper's not a condiment. The salt and pepper. That's what I think. I don't think of the food because we call it capsicum. Actually, I personally don't call it at all because I do not talk about capsicum because really, who does? No one talks about them. Literally, no one cares about capsicum. I know, pepper makes you sneeze, not spicy, so... Wait, does it? I don't know, I've never had pepper. Because, well, why would I want to make my food worse? On that note, I guess we're gonna end the episode here. It was mainly just me gibbering on about areas and Steve, what we all love, don't we?